Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is at it again, stirring controversy and igniting debates across the nation. This time he's targeting the fundamental rights of law-abiding Canadians, causing widespread concern and unrest. The focus of his latest campaign, their guns, a symbol of personal freedom and security for many, Trudeau has announced a sweeping ban on hundreds of firearm models, a move that has shocked and angered many. He claims it's about public safety, but don't believe it for a second. This is about control, plain and simple. This is about stripping away your freedoms one regulation at a time. Trudeau's government labels these guns as assault-style weapons, but that's a misleading term. These firearms are used by hunters, sport shooters, and families for protection, not for assault. These Canadians have followed the law to the letter. They purchased their guns legally, undergoing rigorous background checks and procedures. Now Trudeau wants to take them away, disregarding their rights. This isn't about safety, it's about power and control. Trudeau knows that disarming Canadians makes them easier to control, easier to govern without dissent. He envisions a nation of subjects, not free citizens who can stand up for their rights. This is a dangerous path, one that history has shown us before. We must remain vigilant and protect our freedoms. Don't think it can happen here? Think again. History has shown us that what seems improbable can quickly become reality. We've seen this playbook before. Governments often use fear and uncertainty to push through drastic measures. In the United Kingdom, they banned handguns. The government promised it would make the streets safer. In Australia, they confiscated firearms. Citizens were told it was for their own protection. Did it stop crime? No. Crime rates didn't plummet as promised. Criminals, by definition, don't follow the law. They continued their activities undeterred. They don't care about gun bans. They find ways to arm themselves regardless. The only people who suffered were law-abiding citizens. They lost their property, their means of protection. They lost their right to self-defense. They were left vulnerable in their own homes. And they lost their voice. Their concerns were ignored. Their protests fell on deaf ears. Trudeau is following in the footsteps of these tyrannical governments. He claims it's for safety. He wants to disarm Canada piece by piece, slowly but surely eroding our freedoms. Remember, tyranny never announces itself. It creeps in under the guise of protection. It comes disguised as safety. It promises security but delivers control. It comes disguised as progress. Don't be fooled. This is about control. This is about power. It's a slow erosion of our rights, and it's a threat to the freedom of every Canadian. Stand up, speak out, and protect your rights before it's too late. Trudeau's plan gets worse. It's not just a matter of policy, it's a matter of principle. He's not just taking your guns, he's dismantling a part of Canadian heritage and security. And to add insult to injury, he's sending them to Ukraine, a country embroiled in conflict. That's right. The same government that claims these firearms are too dangerous for Canadians is shipping them off to a war zone, where the stakes are life and death. This is hypocrisy at its finest. The government is playing a dangerous game with double standards. Trudeau is willing to arm Ukrainian citizens with the same weapons he deems too dangerous for Canadians. It's a paradox that leaves many scratching their heads. It's a slap in the face to every law-abiding gun owner in Canada. These are individuals who have followed the rules, only to be betrayed. This is about more than just guns. It's about trust. Trust in a government that should protect its citizens' rights. Trudeau has shown he cannot be trusted with your rights. His actions speak louder than his words. He cannot be trusted with your freedom. The very essence of what it means to be Canadian is at stake, and he cannot be trusted with your safety. The safety of Canadians should be the top priority, not an afterthought. Section 4. A nation divided, Canadian resistance. Canadians are not sitting idly by. They see through Trudeau's lies. They know this is an attack on their freedoms, and they are fighting back. From coast to coast, Canadians are speaking out. They are organizing. They are challenging Trudeau's tyrannical overreach. This is not just about guns. This is about the very soul of Canada. It's about freedom. It's about self-reliance. It's about standing up to tyranny. Canadians understand that when seconds count, the police are only minutes away. They understand the importance of self-defense, and they will not be disarmed. Section 5. What can you do, fighting back against tyranny? This is a call to action. Do not let Justin Trudeau take away your freedoms. Make your voice heard, contact your elected officials, support organizations fighting for your rights, spread the word, educate your friends and family. The future of Canada is at stake. This is not the time for complacency. This is the time to stand up and fight for what you believe in. Fight for your freedom, fight for your rights, fight for Canada.